Hi, everybody. Jeff Johnson here with another edition of Clerk TV. Right now, I have with me Pam Dixon, who is the Clerk of Superior Court in Jones County. And Pam, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
This is the first time that we've talked, isn't it?
It is.
Well, why? I don't understand. I should have been talking to you a lot before this. Should have got you on here so everybody could see you. But now we have the opportunity to share everything about Jones County. One of the things we do always is to let all of our viewers kind of know where Jones County is, kind of population, people, that kind of thing. Tell us a little bit about Jones County.
So we are east of Macon, west of Milledgeville.
Okay.
28,000 roughish population. Mostly rural, and I love it that way.
No doubt. We were just talking. We've been talking about things like that, so you guys will understand.
Yes. What else would you like to know?
Well, the biggest thing is the people. One of the things that I have learned in talking with all the clerks is that connection with the community.
Yes.
And the people that live there. Tell me about the people of Jones County.
It is one of the best communities in Georgia, Southeast, maybe United States. I grew up there, went to high school there, know all of my people, which honestly was one of the drawbacks to this job, because when I realized, when I began working as a deputy clerk, exactly what I would be doing was the civil side.
Okay.
And then I quickly realized I'm gonna know what is going on with these people that I know that I grew up with.
Yes.
Divorces, wrecks, all of that. But then I realized we have so many nicknames that we all know each other by, and when these legal descriptions come in, I didn't know
who they were.
I may be sitting in court and see somebody that I knew, and I'd wave to them, what are you doing here? Well, I'm getting divorced. I'm like, oh. And then I look at the calendar.
And you go, oh, that's that person.
Right, yeah.
But that gives you a unique perspective, too, doesn't it?
It does.
Why is that?
You feel for them for what they're going through.
Right.
And it makes you want to help them make it the easiest possible solution.
Sure.
Or at least their visit in our office a little bit easier than what it could be.
One of the things too, there's so many great things I love when I talk to the different clerks, is they talk so much about their office and how they want people to feel when they come to their office. What is your vision for your office when it comes to when a person walks through the door, how are they supposed to feel when they walk in?
Welcomed, definitely. And as they work through their process, most times people are upset. They're either there for,
like you just said, divorce,
or they need some criminal records, and they're aggravated because trying to get a driver's license back.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of times that we can't help whatever the situation is, but I have numerous times talked to somebody, and at the end of the conversation, they're thanking me for doing nothing, because I've sat there and listened, and we may talk through something that they can themselves do to fix the problem.
Yes.
So that's kind of gratifying.
You don't do all this by yourself, do you?
Oh no, I have a wonderful staff.
Talk to me about them.
Oh, real estate side is our most.
How many people do you have first?
6.
Okay.
And a half. I do have a part-time. Great people to work with. They come to me with ideas. They openly accept when I change things. The real estate side is my most experienced.
Right.
They, I guess because I've had one retire on the criminal side, and then I, of course, left the civil side to be clerk. So that is the newest. Some pretty good learners, and some, they just all take on the responsibilities and, ask the questions that they need to ask and accept what I tell them. And
one of the things I hear a lot is family.
Mhm.
You watch each other's back. Is that the feeling that you
Yes.
try to do
Yes, and
with your leadership?
yes, and personal families, their individual families come first. If they need to go to doctor's appointments with parents, with children, grandchildren, that's first. And I mean, it just needs to be. You need to take care of your family, and the rest of us will come together and get that job done.
Right, no doubt. What made you run for office?
Well,
Oh, I love these.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody chuckles like this will be a good story.
yeah. So Bart Jackson was my predecessor.
Mhm.
He was getting ready to retire. I was working there, and he asked me if I would consider that job. And even working in the office, I had no idea what the clerk does.
Wow.
I mean, I did
Interesting.
my civil thing. I knew real estate,
Mhm.
kind of what they did,
Mhm.
knew a little bit about criminal. But yeah, sitting in that seat and the different entities that you work with.
Yes.
But after running, after stepping in for him and then running and had no opposition, it's just a very unique job, and
It is a unique job.
It's really nice.
You are, and I've said this numerous times because you guys know, you're the keeper of history
Right.
for Jones County.
Right.
How does that make you feel to know that you got books in there almost 200 years old?
Yeah.
That has some stuff in there that can change somebody's life.
Right. Right.
How does that make y'all feel? I mean, that's a responsibility.
It is a responsibility. It's a little scary, but
Being honest.
Yes, the more we get into digitization, that's
That's a big
wonderful
deal with
tool.
y'all, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
What does that major job? How's a major job work with doing that?
I'm on the books to get it done. We've gotten a few
Oh,
things done, but
okay.
we are going to go back to beginning of Jones County.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
very excited about that.
Good.
All the real estate, civil, criminal, all of those books will be digitized so that if anything happens, because we are in a very old building. It's
Is
the
it an
origin-
old wooden type building or old?
Yes,
Old. Yeah.
brick
So it could.
and wooden, yes. And
Gotcha.
yeah, so if anything were to, tornado come through, rip it apart, fire, whatever.
Let's
at
hope that
least,
doesn't happen.
I know,
Yeah.
that would be devastating.
Let's go ahead and get all that stuff digitized and put in and done.
Right.
How long does it usually take for something like that?
Of course, according to the records, I think they are planning on being in our house for 2 weeks,
Okay.
so not too bad.
Let's go.
Nah,
Let's get
yes.
this stuff done. I mean, move on and get all this stuff done. Let me ask you these things because we always talk about all the digitation, that stuff, all the business stuff. But as you said, you grew up there.
Mhm.
People know you by your real name and your nicknames.
Yes.
But what do you do for fun? What does Pam do when she locks it down and she gets ready to go out and just to say, okay, I'm going to relax today? What's hobbies? What's new? What do you do?
So gardening, for
Mm.
sure. We are getting into winter gardening. So just plowed and planted
Oh, nice.
2 weeks ago. Husband and all children and wife and husband are all into hunting.
So season is here.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have a few pieces of equipment so that we can process ourselves.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
been
That's
been a fun learning experience. Yeah.
I've been on that side, and I let the professionals do
Yeah.
that a little bit more than me.
Yeah, well, the guys are really into it. So
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of course, I cook it when it comes. When
And
it-
now
it's
that's
ready.
now see, I'll be on
And
that
I-
side. Anytime you want to have a taste test,
Right.
call
yeah,
us.
Yes, and I love cooking as well.
Oh,
So
excellent. Good. So that
Yeah.
that makes you happy, right?
it does. It
Excellent.
does. Yeah.
Well, I am glad that you are able to be here with us and talk a little bit about yourself. But now you have an open camera where you can say anything you want to the citizens of Jones County. What would you like to say? Thank them, whatever you like to do.
Thank you very much for allowing me to be the clerk of Jones County. You all know what a great county we have and how much we all come together in any need. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
you.
taking the time. We appreciate it. Pam Dixon, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Clerk TV.